Nā mai, haere mai, welcome back. Miri Baker here with Mike King at Ngā Punawai in Ōtautahi, Christchurch. We have Thames Valley versus Manawatu White in the open men's pool.
Kia ora, and tēnā koutou katoa ina iwi o te motu. Welcome to Ngā Punawai Sports Hub here in Ōtautahi, Christchurch. We're looking forward to Game 3 of the live stream mere, where we have Thames Valley versus Manawatu, and an interesting lineup from Thames Valley, who we've probably got some, I wouldn't really say imports, but we've got some players who have played for other provinces in the past who are now donning the Thames Valley colours there, and you can see on the screen in front of us the likes of number 3, Nat Turner, number 9, Maddie Hutchinson. You also see number 16, Matt Sinclair, 14, Mark Hodgkinson. So there's just a sprinkle through there of some touch black level players and some youth development players in the Thames Valley.
Yeah, and if we look at Manawatu White, you've got Ollie Hansen from Canterbury Rugby, actually, from the famous Steve Hansen family. Would you say that, Mike King?
Yeah, I certainly would. And then we've got the likes of Jensen Early. Again, Manawatu have got a sprinkle of the youth development program. These young players who have come through pathways, Touch New Zealand pathways and high performance programs. So it's great to be back on the live stream here, sharing it with my experienced commentator, Miri Baker here. And also we see in the foreground there our referee, our officials for today's game, Logan Forrester, Richie Heap, two very experienced referees there, along with Thomas Pilkington, shaking each other's hands, making sure that they're putting their own processes and practices into action.
Yeah, and we stick with the tradition of the music that comes on. It gets players amped up. And don't forget our referees' black armbands there for our Archie Hiranui from the mighty Taranaki, who died recently. Great referee and great community man as well.
Tino aroha nui ki te whānau o tēnei arohe tēnei te mihi. And you talk about, the music, the 2-minute music, going back to your playing days just 2 or 3 years ago, wasn't it, Miri? What's it like when you hear that music when you're out on the field? Yeah,
it definitely brings you in the zone. You warm up there, you've got your process and you're going through what your tactics are. But as soon as that music hits, you know that something's coming, something big's coming, and the adrenaline is starting to rush. So it's really awesome. You're definitely in the zone by that music.
I'm not quite sure if you were around a couple of years ago, but actually the music went up for debate.
Really?
They were looking at the possibility of changing the music, and they went out to the sector to see. I think it was an unofficial thing, but they were looking to see what they could replace it with. But overall, the majority went, hey, it's been tradition.
Yeah.
We grew up, if you're an earlier player, you grew up standing on that field listening to it.
Yeah, look, staying alive just wouldn't cut it, would it? So looking at this team, Thames Valley has had they've had a couple of games already, one against Auckland and one against Counties. And they won against Auckland, but they just lost against Counties. What do you reckon happened there, buddy?
Yeah, these are all those three teams, and you look at the province series, and you look at players in this Thames Valley team, they're also, Auckland, have been Auckland-based, a number of them. When you see Mark Hodgson on the ball, he's the Touch Black Open Mix captain, player for a number of years. So, they've got experience. It's tight either way, and they're close results. As we get tap-off here from Thames Valley, as they start to settle into their starter plate, let's see what Hodgson comes up with. Backdoor here.
Oh, what a dive. That's 10 metres out, that was.
It certainly was. Testing the defence, Morrison there.
Yeah, so the wind, as you can see in the background there, the wind is actually belting down, and it looks as the clouds. What a long ball that was.
Great long ball. Number 8, the try scorer for Thames Valley, Charles Wilkie. Let's see on the One Foundation replay. A nice settle here. 12 picks up the ball. Sean Wilkie finds the winger. Number 8, Charles Wilkie.
Okay, there's a lot of Wilkies in here.
There's a combination going on there. What I liked there, they actually had a passive line, so it brought the defence in and allowed the winger to be free. Well done, Thames Valley.
Yeah, just bringing in that defence. Got a wrap around here for Manawatu. They're pushing up high though, Thames Valley. Great defence here, making them go backwards a little bit. Manawatu looking for the quickie. Nearly there.
Yeah, and that's
a
formidable defensive group there for Thames Valley.
Not the greatest pass there. It really went to ground. You just want Thames Valley to go to work here.
Yeah, Manawatu coach wouldn't be happy with that. Portini Paiwai and Delaney Hallett. And the coaching staff for Thames Valley is player coach Mark Hodson and assistant coach Maddie Sinclair.
Geez, the player coaches, and also you've got to look at the mum and the dad, the coach, the managers.
Yeah, there we go. The combination with that long ball. It's happening on and off the field for Thames Valley.
Great whānau, yeah, that's what touch is though, isn't it? A whānau game when anyone can come and go and play.
Yeah, that's right. That's why it draws a lot of people to the sport.
Nice little pick up there, nice little scoop.
Yeah, again, this is the third live stream. We are 2 o'clock in the afternoon and there's still probably a little bit of dew. It's amazing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, let's face it, looks like it's going to rain soon.
Okay, we won't put the commentators' voodoo on this one as Thames Valley, through their exit play, they make their way down to the 7-metre line there.
Man, they moved that pretty quick, didn't they? They got down there pretty quick and then they moved it from left to right, really moving the defence. Well done to Thames Valley.
Yeah, and you can see that that broken line going across the field for our viewers who may be unfamiliar with the rule changes here. And one of the rule changes is the 5-metre line from the past is now the 7-metre line. So players are required to go back 7 metres now under the new touch fit rule, under the new fit.
Yeah, they're just trying to make everyone more fitter.
I think so. I'd rather stay with the 1 metre rule.
yeah, 1 metre rule offside.
That's a nice go forward. Bergen on the ball. Andy Bergen, number 1 for Thames Valley, was a player we brought into the NRL Warriors environment a few years ago. So one who actually came, wasn't really in the system. He was ID, but we tried him out in the Warriors. Yeah.
And how'd it go? All good?
Yeah, he held his own. And that's given him the inroads to even get into the Touch Black invitation environment.
Yeah, great to see some pathways in touch. The youth development in every province is really good, and then the other level with the Warriors is just another level, really, isn't it?
It certainly is, and yeah, let's look forward to that NRL touch, hopefully up and running again in 2020 as Manawatu looking for an opening.
Yeah, pretty slippery on there. Looking to go to the sub-box, Thames Valley, and really bring on some fresh legs. Third game of the day. Yeah,
exactly, and there's Nat Turner. Very big, powerful runner and player. Very smart player is Nat Turner. Ball just going to ground.
Sean Wilkie in there just trying to get him to make something out of nothing.
Looks like the wind's picked up, would you say, Meta? I know you referenced the flags in the background there.
Yeah, it really does, and I think the cameraman up top there was said he was getting a little bit freaked out because the scaffolding was moving so much.
Yeah, I don't blame them. I'm glad they moved our commentary box to the luxury VIP tent here at Punawai.
Nothing but the best for us.
That's right. And here we go. Manawatu getting themselves in a position where they can have a strike. They're about probably 10 metres out.
Looking for the step on the outside. Good defence there by Thames Valley. Trying to drive it from here, get to as close to that sub-box as possible.
Yeah, good defence by Todd there.
That's great. That's great driving here, getting the metres just about up near halfway.
Yeah, and you can see the role of the winger, of Bergen there. So one thing that you see really the experienced teams is that they actually assign a person to be dummy half, so there's no confusion. So the winger in the first 3 plays is normally the dummy half, and that just gives everyone the opportunity actually to sub off. Yeah,
it gives them to sub off, realign themselves, and then that fresh legs come on and can attack from depth.
Okay, let's see what Manawatu for Crib and Norman.
Yeah, Norman has been in a lot of the attack here since right from the get-go. in the youth team, part of the youth group.
Norman is one that's been ID'd in the Pathway program, so he has been involved in a lot of the coaching stuff as part of player development that Touch New Zealand has focused on over a number of years.
I know that Touch New Zealand also has done a really good job with their coaching pathways.
Yeah, they certainly have, and we've got the likes of a couple of coaches in this game who have come through the Pathway Development Program, and ex-players who are now becoming coaches to giving back to the sport. We saw a little fumble there by Thames Valley.
That's great defence for Thames Valley, sending two people up, really putting pressure on the Manawatu team to. They just keep on sending a player, don't they?
Yeah, something very similar to what we saw with the Waikato team in the last game. There we go.
So on the last here, ball inside. Didn't go to the plan though. Thames Valley will want to move it to the sub box. Get a good set. Driving hard, getting over that halfway line. Starting to look and to get into that attacking zone. Trying to open the space here, 2v1. Ooh, inside ball.
Nice way to keep it alive there, Thames Valley.
Oh, lovely. What a ball.
Great ball. Was that a ball from Wilkie there? Finding Todd. Let's have a look in the One Foundation replay. Again, real stable set. Ball up by Sean. Finds the runner into the hole, and that's Cameron Todd. Dot down.
Yeah, the platform was set right from there. They made sure they came to the sub box. They got a good drive on, and then all they did is just move the ball from there.
It's something that we talked about over the last couple of games where, you see those really experienced teams being able to roll into a strike play, but being able to do two things. Neither you roll in from the 15-metre out or you reset yourself and go again.
Yeah, you've got to remember also when we're transitioning into attack, it's like instant. There's no stop-start, and when you're rolling into it, you've got to make decisions on the fly.
You certainly do there, and good yardage by Thames Valley as they make their way up Bergen. Again, finding the players, and that's just speed, and that's Maddie Hutchinson.
Yeah, again, this nice little platform here from the One Foundation. There goes Bergen there, pops it off there. He's looking for that hole. And all it is, catch, pass, run the hole over the line.
Yeah, good combination there. Just those last two with Turner and Hutchinson. A combination that have played together through the New Zealand Open mix for a number of seasons. So, very experienced, very hard-working players there.
Yeah, coming around the back door there. Good defence. Looks like he's going to be pulled up for playing the ball properly.
Yeah, not quite sure what the call is, but that's a shame from Norman there.
Yeah, Thames Valley just going straight onto attack though, aren't they?
Yeah, there's no rest. Again, Turner getting good metres out of there.
Yeah, Wilkie again. Bergen. Good dummy half man there he is at the moment.
Yeah, he's playing his role really well.
Oh, great pick up. Good scoop there. Fantastic scoop. Turn of speed on it.
Boston, I remember Boston from our Trans-Tasman series up in Newcastle a couple of years ago.
Oh, there you go, your 32.
Yeah, 32 long. That's right. They're bringing back the old schools.
Bringing back the old school. He's getting on the outside there. Fantastic. He actually bounced himself off two players.
There we go. Sean Wilkie for Thames Valley.
Still Wilkie. Mum and Dad will be pretty happy.
That's right. And here we go with the One Foundation replay. Scoop looks left, goes right. As you say, met it around two players. If there were any more players in the coach, he probably would have gone around them as well. Wilkie, that's a dot down number 4 for Thames Valley as we are in the 10 minutes to go in the first half. And we've seen a pretty clinical display by Thames Valley, to be honest here.
They play pretty similar to Waikato, but I think I think the drive, coming out of their goal line, I think Thames Valley do a little bit better because they're just driving the whole time.
Yeah. And they're playing this game at pace, so when you play at pace and you're going backwards and you're sucking up for some air.
See, look at that, 2-3 out. They're coming inside, subs are off. It's so clinical. They're just, they're like exactly what Waikato were doing as well, rolling it down.
Yeah, Thames Valley, making a beeline for Governor and Henson there, just going down the 21 channel.
Oh, I think Staples wanted him to go down really hard so he can give a hard scoop there. I can hear that wind.
Yeah, I'm glad I can only hear it and not feel it. Here we go, the exit pattern. Referee calling. Sideway plant, possibly.
And they go straight on an attack again. Just moving the ball from point A to point B with ease, really.
Second phase. Need a really stable platform on the second phase. Todd, number 14, Dewati, referee, probably just saying you just didn't give space in there for the roll ball to happen. And here we go. Let's see what Todd.
Oh, we've got a penalty there. That's two. The referee is saying that's 2 penalties in a row. Oh, Boston's trying to sneak one in there.
I remember Boston, as I said earlier from the Youth Transfer Day 2, he really came alive in the New Zealand Aussie Series. And yeah, certainly got lots of potential. I love the way that he just has a go at things. Good defence there. Well, it's a really strong go forward from Manawatu.
Yeah, they're looking to go forward, aren't they? They've got their subs on. This is their last. Leary sort of seeing the outside.
Oh, unfortunate.
It's like, that looks like a ghost to me.
Here we go in the one foundation.
Did he get him? Ghost?
So I think it was a piece of grass in my eye. I didn't quite clearly see there. But hey, we've got to trust our officials. That's what we're here all about. They're doing a great job for us this tournament.
And a bit of honesty, right, from players,
Right,
if you got touched,
right.
you got touched. If you didn't, you didn't.
And to be honest, that's one of the things I've always loved about the sport, around that. Matthew Hutchinson.
A little bit of honesty, isn't it? Like, yeah, it's pretty good. A little bit of sportsmanship.
Here we go. Tom Kirk with the tap off there.
Yeah, Leary's done well for Manawatu, that number 12. He's done a great job. Look at the defence from Thames Valley, though. Oh, they've been caught, though.
And here we go. Young Arapeta rolls Pai White. Very sporty family there, that rolls Pai White. And Coach Portini. Portini Senior. They've got a Portini Junior, a very talented sportsman. Referee Logan Forrester sees something in that ruck area.
Yeah, you'll see Thames Valley coming straight to their sub-box. Clinical as usual.
Matty Hutchinson takes that first touch.
Bergen doing his great job of the dummy half.
Playing the role.
Know your role, do it well.
That's right.
Splitting that defence there. Short ball outside. Bergen. That's 3 touches in that sequence.
Yeah. Again, you can see the setup, and they set it up earlier as we watched the one foundation. Look at the roll ball. They actually started this from halfway, and they started to get themselves lined up there. Staples. And here's the setup there. Look, and just ball through the hands.
Bergen, he's showing what a good winger should do, is hold his space out wide, and one job. catch it.
Good job. Yep. And what Thames Valley did was as they rotated onto the field, actually pushed all the defenders across to the left-hand side. That left the right-hand side of the field open. So
yeah,
very
pretty
smart
good subbing.
play. Yeah.
Very good subbing. Here's Leary again. Inside ball. Oh, good step. Left it behind a little bit, Leary, but that's a pretty good step by...
There we go. Tinaroa there. Beautiful step. Great footwork. And again, this Thames Valley machine.
Yes.
Finding easy yards through the field.
That's pretty hard to defend. If you're going to defend it, you have to push your outsides up high so they can't come back in.
That's right.
Oh, Bergen, you're the money man today.
He's the money man. But you see the same setup from Thames Valley. Again, right from there. Here we go. We watch the back end of it. Nat Turner. Mark Hodgson.
And again, we talked about what wingers need to be doing, holding their space, and their one job to catch the ball and put it over the line. Nothing special, but it works.
Yeah, the inside manipulation of the players there. When you've got some touchback players with the experience of Turner and Hodgson, it's a very lethal combination.
Oh, long ball there. Inside ball if you can get it. Mr. Hanson.
Great long ball by Reed Governor. Very experienced player. It's Corey, number 7 for Manawatu. You see the one foundation. That's the long ball. Unfortunately, that's when you want those skin-tight tops.
Yeah, back in the day when they were wearing really leotards. Lycra.
And again, there's Boston with the ball. Finds the runner. Mark, nice.
Oh, lovely hole. Nice speed on the ball, really, wasn't it? And Boston Franklin just comes in and he's just doing the work in the middle.
Yeah. But again, you know, that they're striking at the line. They're setting up a good 10 to 15 metres out. So it doesn't give Manawatu the opportunity to reset their defensive line.
Yeah, what really is good is actually in those middles as well. They're rotating around. So, you know, if someone goes up for a touch, there's a player coming underneath and they're actually doing their role there. And if they don't have to come underneath, they don't.
That's right.
So really good communication doing that. Just going back to work, Thames Valley, getting to the sub box. And here they come nice and with a good speed on the ball and nice and deep. Here they all come with the numbers.
Turner going back door there.
Oh, it's going to open up here.
Looking, we looked inside. Do we see the dive? Beautiful hands by the Thames Valley team. Knowing space and knowing where the support runner is as we watch the one foundation replay. Turner again, just making good meters as they start to set themselves up. The quickie play looked to go along. The winger was out there this time.
Wasn't Bergen, but he gave the inside ball, and we've talked about that inside ball all day, haven't we? Then how much it's come into the fold of touch over time, and it's the money ball. Yeah,
we saw some great examples on day one of that. Corey Governor there.
Oh, he's opened it up. Good dump there. He's going to look for it. He's looking for his players. Oh, did he get him this time? He got robbed last time. Might be a bit different.
Touchdown there. Well done, Manawatu. That's a great end to the first half. And here we see, again, the setup there by Rewati. Corey Governor, very experienced. An old hand, Manawatu. Just biding his time. He sees the runner coming around, finds the space, passes to the space. Turner just unable to make the touch, and you also saw you could see Nat Turner just waving to the ref as well, saying no touch. So.
Yeah, good sportsmanship. And if you watch that defence from Thames Valley, they actually went into mirrors really, really quickly. But Gardner, you know, he's MMA, ex-rugby league, and he just understands the game that, you might be going mirrors, but I'm going to find space.
Yeah, exactly. And here we have the end of the first half. The unofficial score is Thames Valley 2, Manawatu White Thames Valley 7, Manawatu White is 2, and yeah, there'll be a few voices in this Thames Valley team, and it wouldn't be about changing anything, but they've got a lot of experienced heads, and I'm sure the coaching staff of both Mark and Matt there, been in the system for a while. They'll be just saying, come on boys, let's just keep to our processes. We know where we're really making a good headways here, and we see Manawatu, they're probably wanting just to tidy up a few of the as they start to move through the orange zone, as they come through over halfway, they probably want to set themselves up a little bit earlier and get a stable plant, and everything works off there.
Yeah, so I think for them, they just need to set a couple of goals on, like you said, flowing into that transition, and then attacking when they need to attack. They're a little bit stop-starty, okay? And I think, what I really like about Thames Valley is the pace that comes on from the subbing bench. They come nice and deep right round, and then all of a sudden they're in front of you with speed. It'll be very hard to defend. Yeah,
look, and the difference that I see in this Thames Valley team to what we saw in the Waikato team is Waikato sort of flowed through the field, and then they probably tended to stop and reset. Where you watch Thames Valley, they're just flowing all the way through, as you say, from the subbing line all the way to the try line.
I think they add a lot of pace on everything they do, and so that's going to be interesting. when we get into the I guess the hearty part of the competition is just like, how can Thames Valley keep the speed up? Because I think that's their key weapon there. That's their superpower, is their speed.
Yeah, I totally agree. But here we go with Manawatu White. They'll be taking some positives out of the first half and saying, look, these are the things we want to build on. Some of the things that we can control, like our own ruck area, making sure that we're dominant in the ruck area, that our own border hand, so all those 1%ers, those are the things we influence, boys, and it's probably making sure that we're getting fast feet, go forward. Let's get the go forward.
Yeah, the touch is all about, I think we've said this all day, is about getting the metres, trying to inch your metres as much as you can, and keeping those dumps nice and strong, keeping those two-man wedges or their two-man powers nice and strong, and then opening it up when you get into that attacking space.
That's right. We've got Curtin Norman there in the middle.
Yeah, he's been pretty good, pretty handy, hasn't he? The governor, the rugby league MMA guy.
Yeah, and there we go, Norman on the ball there.
Yes.
Just unable to really get a clean strike at the line, Manawatu, even though they were down there. So let's see them on defence.
Yeah.
As again, we see that speed of Thames Valley that we noted. Turner.
Look, here they come. Boston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players.
Hodson.
The scoop.
Morrison finds Mark Hodson. Good to see Mark running freely for just a recent period. He had a bit of a foot injury, so it's really great to see him back to full strength on that field. He's got so much to offer, both at the provincial and international level.
So there's 5 players from Thames Valley in that really small area there. It'd be great to see Manawatu exploiting that a little bit. Yeah,
I'd say, and because they're promoting themselves up early, just Manawatu are not getting a good look to the outsides.
Yeah.
They probably need to come deeper into this. Yep.
Here they come again. They just come round nice and wide with depth, looking to attack with pace.
Yeah, Wilkie.
Sean Wilkie again looking for that long ball. Oh, there we go. Who's out there?
Who's that number? Who's that man?
Who's that man?
It's number 1 for Thames Valley. AB, it's not the All Blacks, but he's like the winger of an All Black with those touchdown tries. Andy Bergen receives a great pass from his insides.
Yeah, we're singing his praises because he's just a really solid winger. Like that, he's doing exactly what he's been asked. He's doing his job. And everyone loves good wingers who do that.
That's right. When you're an inside, you throw those long balls. All you want to do is make sure that your winger catches and goes across the line.
Yeah, Sean Wilkie is just like, I know I can throw it because he's going to be standing there.
Yeah, certainly a lot of confidence building players, and there we go.
Just take off, don't they? Like that's 3 touches and they're nearly in the 7, the attacking zone.
There we go, Staples on the ball. There's a maybe they got the count wrong on that one, Thames Valley.
Rewede's got the tap off. Going forward nice and quick, which is great to see.
It's better, that's quicker off. We want to keep the drives going. That's a good drive there by Governor.
Yeah, that's a better set, isn't it? Getting right down over halfway and really starting to look for that transition attacking zone.
Again, they're probably just not getting that. They're not communicating the touch count, so they're missing those opportunities there, Manawatu.
It's really important to know your numbers, you know.
Yeah, and you need the subbing box and other players around you to make sure that you're all cued in on those numbers. So here we go. Wilkie, Turner.
Here comes Boston. It's going to be a scoop here. There he goes, straight through the hole. The goal mirrors Manawatu, but there's a try. There's a touchdown.
That man, again, Boston Franklin, he's doing it at the provincial level as we watch the One Foundation. And again, look, a great setup by Turner. Just allows Boston to pick and scoop, passing to the space. And there we go. Morrison gets the rewards.
If you're at home and watching this, he used two hands to scoop it up. He held the ball in two hands to hold the defence, and all it was just putting the man in space.
Yeah. And the other key thing is that Boston lifts his head really early, so he's not looking at the ground and slowly moving his head up. So that's where you keep your balance. But here we are with Manawatu looking on the line there.
Reedy probing, looking for that space, isn't he? Governor and Reedy have been probably working together, just trying to get more space, trying to attack.
No, Corey will have something up his sleeve. Here we go, quickie play.
Oh, did he get under? I'd like to see Leary with the ball in his hand a little bit more. Oh, there he goes. Did he get it? No.
No.
Good support on the inside. We talked about the inside, and Leary just hung in there.
That's right. I was going to say that was a quickie play from 10 metres out, but they almost got away with it. Here we go, Governor again. Short ball. Governor finds his man, Leary. Oh, unfortunately, was he touched on that way, on his way through?
That's a better attacking play, though. They're actually attacking the moves in the defence, and they're hitting short and long balls.
Yeah. As a coach, you've got to be pleased that you're actually having a strike at the line.
Those short holes are fun to watch, aren't they?
They certainly are. As we see the Thames Valley machine rolling on again.
Oh, out the back.
Passive line. Ooh, did he reach forward for that?
Is that forward? No, they're going to get it.
Referee calls that is all good. And guess whose surname that is?
Be another Wilkie, wouldn't it?
That's another Wilkie. Charles Wilkie runs that passive line.
Yeah, it comes from Staples, though, again. You said like this, ran that passive line, and then he just hit the man on the outside, and all it was a 2v1, wasn't it?
Yeah. Early and a stable setup from the middles allows the rest just to flow.
I love how they're just flowing in with it. You run a line, you either get it or you don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go, 3-3. Oh, unfortunately.
Rolls just left the ball behind, really, didn't he?
It's a very good player, Rolls.
It's better defence from Manawatu coming up high, making them work really hard. Bergen again on the winger here, but they've got to the sub. I think if they can stop them from coming to the sub box so quickly, they might put more pressure on their defence, their attack.
Yeah, so it really means, as a coaching staff, you want your players to work really hard in the first 2-3 touches, just to stop that flow. Because once Thames Valley are in motion, it's so hard to stop. As we have here, Todd picked and scoops.
Yeah, that was good defence from Norman. He actually, his profile, he pulled the corner and just held on the inside and really said, hey, you can't come back inside, but I'm going to take you take you on the outside.
Right. Making a statement there.
Ooh, bit of a slip there. Is that going to be pulled? No, it's okay. No, it is.
Oh, that's unfortunate because they were starting to get a good roll on there. Just again, we're just seeing a little slippage there. Ouch.
That's an egg.
He's not hurt, which is the main thing, as Turner makes his way. Again, you can see the role that Bergen's playing.
And he's doing it well.
Yeah. Good communication from our refereeing staff, our control ref on the field. It's calling them back. Players just not listening to the instructions of the referee. Again, Boston.
What a step on the inside. It wasn't even a hard step off the right foot. It was just a little bit of a jinx, wasn't it? Coming back inside. Bit of a twinkle toes.
Exactly. On the one foundation. Here we go. Boston off the right foot.
Ooh.
Just like that. He said to the referee, I'll make it easy for you. I'll put the touchdown right in front of you. How's that, ref?
Yeah, Leary over there, overcommitted, gone on the outside instead of staying on the inside there. That's a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You've got to get off the line really early to make it difficult. But it is hard. It's easy to say from the commentary box. And here we go.
Got an intercept here.
Matty Hutchinson with his long arms. He's a very tall player.
There's some very tall players in this team's
long
valley.
arm. Yeah, they are tall. Nat Turner is another tall player. Solid guy. Good balance. Good skill. Good technical skill.
Oh.
Todd finding the player just like that.
There's the man we've been talking about.
Here we go. Nat Turner gets
tall
one.
timber.
There's a one foundation replay. Just a little late cut. And unfortunately, the Manawatu players were caught just staring, just ball watching on that one and not actually going across the field. So they know that's about attitude.
Yeah.
When they see the ball, that's just about attitude.
You've just got to keep on moving, don't you? It's once you start staring and watching, it's like watching TV.
That's right, you know. And no player would know that more than George Yonke. Who say, stay on your toes, George Yonke.
Oh, if you'd just given that, that would have been a great ball. Unfortunately, he held on to it. Oh, it is.
That's a touchdown.
There's a touchdown. I thought he got touched there. What a fan. This guy's, nearly scored 3 tries if he...
Let's watch that again. Horua Timoti.
How did he get through that space?
He talked about Saturday Night Fever. I've seen the dance. Here's the step. Here's the show. And just like that, magic, the Harry Potter of the Manawatu team. As we go back, good to see Manawatu keeping their hopes up.
Oh, yeah.
Just caught number 10 for Manawatu. Just he went about a metre behind the line, so that just made it difficult for him as he was coming forward. There's that man again, Boston.
Just got on the outside, really, didn't he? There he is there, gets on the outside, and then it just opens up like the Red Sea.
Here we go, Thames Valley 13, Manawatu 3, as we're now into the last 10 minutes of the second half. There's Governor again. He'll never give up. Not with a person who's a multi-skilled sport that he comes from.
Yeah, Leary again. Oh, he's given the intercept, and who's picked it off?
Let's see the race.
Oh,
he's not giving up. Come on.
Come on, Hanson.
Oh.
Ollie Hanson went for the chase.
Went for the chase. I think actually Staples was going to slow down.
Yeah.
And he saw the figure of Ollie Hanson coming after him.
Yeah, Gardner was a little bit flat there. And he's just on the outside, but he's promoted himself. We talk about that link. And then is it Staples, I think it is, just picked it off and said, you know what, I can go all the way. Mr. Hanson, catch you later.
Yeah, it's good race there. Good to see that attitude, whether you're going to catch him or not, the attitude of just keep going. You never know what happens.
Rewitty again. Step on the inside from Gardner. Good dump there from Rewitty.
Governor with
the ball. He's still got it.
Can he find his play? Oh!
I thought that Gardner went the wrong way, and I thought, Rewitty's open there. Here he goes, dumps it in. Gardner picks it up, looks for Rewitty, goes the other way, and then he's just finding his men. But Hayden there just put the big old arm out.
Yeah, good scramble defence by Thames Valley. And there we go, Governor back on the ball there.
Let's start moving these middles. Here goes another penalty. Referees put up the 2. That's 2 penalties, boys. Someone's going to get in trouble soon.
So this is where we want spacing to happen. You know, they're all crammed over the right-hand side there. So, you know, quickie play up in a really confined area. So that's where you want your threes to go, hey, go to the middle of the field, guys. Give us some space.
Yeah, he really needs to bring it out here and draw that man and really split those middles. Once they split those middles, then you can talk about what you're going to do after that.
Exactly. Here we go. Backdoor play there. Norman looks inside.
Yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? Very stop-starty.
Yeah, and I suppose if you're in that position, you really don't want to roll the ball inside the 7. You probably want to come back onto the 7 line just to give yourself a bit more space. But again, this is like on repeat.
Yeah, he's overstepped the mark there. And he wasn't very happy with it. This is an opportunity for Manawatu to get their hands on the ball and start getting a nice attacking transition in there.
Yeah, great officiating there by Logan Forrester. Very experienced referee.
Really, let's start driving Manawatu. Get in behind there. Get those subs on. Larry needs to go forward with the speed. He's got a pretty good speed there, Larry. There we go. Split those middles. Good scoop. Getting on the outside. Good defence there by Thames Valley.
Yeah, I think, you know, Manawatu had the right 2 people on the ball and the right idea. They probably just crammed themselves into the left-hand field. There's again Turner, always giving them good yards. Great leg speed by Morrison.
Bergen again, two dummy halves. Here comes Boston.
Yeah, I think the Manawatu player had no choice there because Boston was gone.
Yeah, he's got good speed, this young lad, hasn't he?
He's got great speed and he's got a great attitude to it. You know, he just wants to give it a go. Nice backdoor play. Morrison. Thames Valley, look, are really using a number of options. They know what they're doing before they do it. It's a very well drilled team. Very
well coached team. The process, there's a passive line on the back end of it. Bergen, what you got? Flying in the air. He says, that's my 5th. Superman.
Yeah, and the referee agrees. Richie Hip on the sideline going, yes, I agree with you, AB. And just like that, as you said, a great passive line. And just like that, Andy Bergen. Number 5, did you say?
Oh, yeah, I think that is his 1st there, Bergen. Look at that. That is skill. That is really hard to do, to get the ball down, to fly in the air. That is some skill right there.
That's right. I haven't seen a try like that since the last Chiefs game. But here we go, back with Manawatu. The player would be disappointed with that because they know they can do better and they'll make it up next time, I am sure.
It has been a hard day at the office for Manawatu, but Thames Valley, for me, has been one of the teams of the day so far, just because the speed on the ball that they possess. They just come at it with everything is at pace. The structure, they've got good processes in attack and good processes in defence.
Yeah, I must agree with you there. These Turner, and again,
passive line, put it ball under, and then there he is on the sideline doing nothing but try time.
Yeah, and you talked about that earlier where you said, you know, where you got the wingers holding their line, you know. And again, look, you see this just from over halfway. They start to go forward. So not only they're using their speed, they're using their spacing. Again, it's a normal play that they're running, that passive line, that person just tucked in behind. As you say, the discipline of the wingers to hold their line.
Yeah, Cameron Todd there, New Zealand uni representative, so in rugby league. So you can see he must have a pretty good speed on him.
Here we go again.
Ooh, did he tuck underneath there?
He's got some silky skills. Has Horua Timothy. I'd love to see him go across the line again. So this is where, you know, you really want your team to work hard in the first 2 or 3 touches. You've got to keep Thames Valley away from that halfway line.
Yeah, look at them. That's what, 3 touches in there, just in the 10 metres. little bit, one more touch, and there we are. We're up in the 7 metres again in the attacking zone. Oh, did he get it? The back door there.
Franklin just showing us a bit of additional skills.
Oh, the crap. This is, this tournament's hard.
This tournament's hard. It's only day one. Woo! Here we go. Boston.
Out the back. Just couldn't go ball to hand to Wilkie.
I think he felt that. I think he landed on the ball too on the side.
Yeah. But this tournament is hard. 3 games. This is what happens, like it's really athletes, that you can't stop cramp. It just is what it is. Even if you drink a lot and you do everything right, some people just get cramp.
That's right. But it doesn't stop Manawatu coming back, looking for an answer to this Thames Valley machine.
Yeah, better drive there. Look at those meters. Good meters there by Viweri.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. That's an area that actually they can control about just getting. There's Governor again.
Oh, nice ball. There's Leary, Cameron and Governor, I think, have been the best out of the Manawatu team.
And there we go again. So Thames Valley are making sure the wingers don't go down, so the wingers like Bergen can play the role of dummy half. So that's really their first 2 to 3 touches, and then they get a wrap where the middles come in. This is what happens next, and there's Hutch.
Nice scoop on the inside ball.
Just like that. Again, not allowing Manawatu defence here to actually really get themselves into a shape. As we watch the One Foundation replay, Matthew Hutchinson, again, a player with a lot of skill and experience, finding his man, Morrison, and just like that.
Yeah, well balanced when he scooped that as well. He actually scooped it really far away from him, so that's a hard ask to do. Very well skillful there, and then just manipulated the space.
That's right, as we hear the final hooter. Oh, almost there. As we get to the final hooter, full time here, Thames Valley versus Manawatu, with Thames Valley running away with this 17 unofficial score, 17-3.
Yeah, Mike King is leaving us now. Ka kite, have a good day, and next game is up.